Yeah, hey, tonight was a great college basketball game. Two teams really competing hard, and it just hat tip to them. They kind of hung in there and made some plays, and we had a great opportunity. If we just do our job at the foul line, we should have got out there with the win. But hopefully, it's room for growth. Obviously, really proud of our guys the way they competed, being a little shorthanded tonight, and so I think everyone that got in the game was ready to compete and did a really good job.
We'll open the floor to Ryan Root first.
Hey, Coach, you had Desean Jackson fill in for Vova tonight in the starting lineup. Kind of a two-part question for you. What do you think of his performance, and do you maybe see him starting again in the future?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if his conditioning's there, ready to start all the time, but I thought he was the best player on the floor. To be honest, I really thought he was. It's just unfortunate that he got foul trouble. Isaac had a pretty good game, but he was just competing on the glass. They got good bigs and really impactful out there. So hopefully that's just the tip of the iceberg. I feel really good about him. He's a student of the game, and then I think when the lights are on, he's willing to compete.
We didn't see TJamba until a little late into the second half. Was there any particular reasoning for his absence for the majority of the game?
You know what? We were playing pretty well. We were just rotations 8 with Miles giving us some ball hand in there, and it was just a funky mix with Tony's been out for a while, Jazz been out for a while, so just thought he could give us a lift, and he did. I think he was good in there, and I thought those two travels were. I questioned those calls, but he did a nice job for us. Got a big putback. He gives us another guy that can get to the rim and make some plays. So, it's hard. I think he'll learn more opportunities down the road.
In the final minute of that first half, it seemed to be frustrating for really everybody out in the court. Do you think that hiccup towards the end of the first half sort of shifted the momentum in kind of an unexpected way for this team?
Maybe. I don't know. We went up 39-33 and then gave it back. And, that was so long ago. I don't know if our guys remember. It was 30. We played 30 more minutes after that. But we were playing the right way. And I think played Oregon State in a tight one here. In the Pac-12 game, I think it's a little different kind of pressure. It's kind of welcome pressure, like, hey, it's league time. And I thought our guys handled it well and played well. And some of our non-conference games, you're trying to sort out what you're doing, and you're playing with the pressure you have to win, and you're favored to win a lot of those games. And this one is just got to just compete.
And lastly, for your coach, you touched briefly on Tony's performance tonight. How can we expect to see his condition for future games for next week against Cal?
He's got to just keep working and get his rhythm back, and hopefully, do a good job there. We need some, hopefully we have Vova, DJ, and those guys will be ready to go down there, and we'll be a little more full complement. But yeah, Tony just got to get some practice time and make the most of it.
Jamie Bennett, go ahead.
Hey, Coach. It seemed that Isaac in the second half, really with you guys shorthanded, Desean and F.A. in foul trouble, he kind of stepped up and played, to the ability that we all know he can. How important was that just to keep you guys in the game and just to kind of maybe even help his confidence a little bit too, to score 25 and to do it efficiently?
Yeah, no, I felt pretty good early in the game. I said, like I said, Isaac's got his ears pinned back. He was competing hard. He was ready. Like I said, I believe in the guy because he doesn't practice. His teammates respect what he's about. His work ethic's phenomenal. I read a little paragraph out of the book Grit today, and I said, we got grit. We got it. And just got to – you don't always get the results you want, but you got to just stay persistent and keep grinding. And Isaac, I don't think people would know that. Watch him play, understand that guy's in the gym all the time. He's got some really good qualities, and would really wish we could have got that one done just because he competed so hard. But like I said, we got to make free throws.
late in the game, obviously, we saw Carlos for the first time in his debut. What was kind of the mindset going with him maybe over Jazz in that situation?
You know what? Jazz has given up some points in the zone, and that's hard maybe to tell. Is for whatever reason, I noticed he gave up like 2 threes and that, and I just thought, Carlos, it was a wild card play, trust me, but he has a really good sense in man or zone. He's long, he's quick. He got 2 big rebounds. He was +2 when we were in there, those 7 minutes, so he did a good job, and I think he's a good player. I think he's a good competitor. I think he's, he's just behind and everything. But I don't know. I rolled the dice there, and he didn't let me down. Nor did TJ. I'm really proud of those guys because they kind of got, long game, foul trouble. They were kind of ninth and 10th men going in the game, and they stepped up and they helped out big time.
And then obviously you've talked a number of times about Jim Shaw free throw rehab. Imagine that'll be an emphasis this coming week.
It was hard to. I walked in the locker room. Guys are a little, they actually responded pretty well, but in block letters was free throw rehab. So, and I know already put it up there, and we got to get. You know what? We need it. We need it. It cost us one tonight for sure. We're a grimy team, man. We defend, and we can't waste opportunities at the foul line. We got to take advantage of that.
And then Cal, next up for you guys. Grant Anticevic has been out with, I think, his appendix. Matt Bradley got hurt, was on crutches after the game today. How much does that maybe change the way you approach that team if they are missing their 2 top scorers?
I don't know. I mean, it's going on we haven't been on the road yet. We only had 2 road wins last year. Cal kicked the crap out of us twice, so it'll change things, I'm sure. But they got some good other players they'll step in there. They got Jared Hyder, who we recruited. I think is a really good player, but he just got eligible. He'll fill the void there for Bradley, although Bradley's obviously the guy they're going to miss. And then they got another guy we recruited, Kwani, who will probably. I've seen he's been playing more, and they'll step. They're a well coached team. I think they're Coach Fox. There's a lot of good coaches. I think he's got his guys playing hard. They're getting better, and that's just part of the breaks this year. Is that if it's not COVID, it's an ankle. We were playing shorthanded. Hopefully, we can get healthy and play well on the road.
Awesome. Thanks, Coach. Appreciate it.
All right. Thanks.
Theo Lawson, go ahead.
When did you guys know about the 4 players who weren't available tonight? And is there anything you can say about their status going forward as far as next week if they can travel with you guys?
I think what looks good, that they'll be there with us. I don't know what I can say, but they're good kids. I don't know. Talk to Pat Chun. Pat Chun will answer all questions. You want his number? 509. Let me see here.
I think I got it, so I think we're good. But
all right, good.
What was your message to the team in the locker room immediately after the game? How do you kind of console a team like that after a heartbreaking double OT loss that you guys felt like you should have won?
You know what? Make your free throws. I said, a lot of people are going to pat you on the back for the effort, and no doubt we had a good effort, but you can't fall prey to the moral victories. Although I do believe in moral victories, but you can't. We're at home, and our expectation is to win at home, and our guys, they're believers. And to say we got to turn the page, and we got a really tough road trip. We went 0-4 against Cal and Stanford last year, and both kind of handled us pretty easily. So, big challenge. Arizona was another team that gave us. Well, I felt like they kind of pushed us around last year in here, and then we competed pretty well. Then they put an onslaught on down there, and so there was progress tonight that we were competing better in that game. So. I just said turn the page. There's hopefully a long season. Hopefully there's a lot more season. That's what they came here for, is to compete in Pac-12 and games like that, and best man win. Let them see where it's at. Lay it on the line.
Is that one of those games where you really wish you had the backing of a home crowd, especially down the stretch, and given how electric that place was last year and some of those close games you guys played against Oregon and UCLA and Oregon State?
Yeah, no, and Noah usually responds pretty well with the crowd and that, and Oh, he thought he played well tonight. He played really well. But yeah, you always like the other fans. It was weird in there. It was weird because I was acting like a lunatic, and Sean had some moments too. So it's like I don't know what it looks like on TV, but it's like you kind of feel kind of foolish when you're screaming and there's no crowd noise, at least to drown you out.